What's up, guys? I'm here with Ram, one of my students in Living Unchained. How are you?
Doing great, brother.
Glad to hear.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Obviously, you've seen me on the channel before. My name is Ram, 23 years old, originally from Florida. Moved out to Bangkok with about 5K to my name, with hopes and dreams. And honestly, I can say it's been an absolutely amazing experience. So, yeah.
Fair enough. And we got a mastermind that we're both flying to in what, like 6 hours, 5 hours?
Yeah, like 6 hours, and I don't even think we even got any sleep last night. So
Yeah. It was like we had like my girlfriend and then we had another few guys at this villa the last few days, and yeah, we just grinded away all night and barely got any sleep. So yeah, we're about to leave for the mastermind in a few hours. But Ram, what were you doing before even coming out here to Bangkok? Like, were you working 9 to 5 at McDonald's, or like what was going on?
not quite McDonald's, a little bit better than that. To be honest, my job wasn't even that bad. I'd say most of the pain was just from the fact of being tied to a location, not being able to actually travel the world. And yeah, just to give you a little bit of a rundown of like what I actually did. I worked at a luxury resort on the beach, just in a small town of Longboat Key, Florida. Basically helped the guests with their chairs, towels, etc. But essentially it was just a glorified sales job. Our job was to upsell them on equipment, luxury beds, and all that good stuff. So of course, with my passion for sales, I applied it to the job. I boosted the company's revenue. I got the staff paid with my methodologies for actually boosting gratuities for the staff. Long story short, made about 70 to 80K a year with that job. I invested most of my money, and with the little bit of money I had left over, that's when I actually booked the flight to Bangkok once I came across Orion.
Fair enough. So you were making, what is that? You said 70, 80K a year? 70,
80K probably before tax, to be honest.
Wait, so what is that monthly? Because like I dropped out of college and my math skills are out the window.
So that's about like 6K a month, 7K a month.
And were you like living with your parents? Did you have like expenses? Like what was that like?
Yeah, so I was living with my mom. And I just remember coming home from work every day, and just remember opening the door and just going back to my mom's house. It just felt like emasculating, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And of course I love my mom, but it's just like the same thing over and over again. When is it gonna end?
Yeah.
So I said, screw it. I'm gonna book the flight. I'm going to trust in the process, specific to remote sales. And with the hope and a dream, flew out here. I think it was like a 30-hour flight.
Yeah.
Longest flight I've ever taken. Yeah, literally. And yeah, just got right to work. I flew in, perfect timing for the first mastermind. Had some insane connections there, lifelong connections. And it's just been a wonderful experience since then, just in Bangkok.
Fair enough. And have you gotten it with any Thai girls yet, or more like you like the Filipinos, the Latinas, the Europeans? Like what's kind of your style out here?
Yeah, so I'd say for out here, honestly, I'd say Thai women are starting to grow on me. Of course, you gotta love the snow bunnies at the end of the day. But yeah, I think the Thai women are starting to grow on me, maybe to the point where, we'll put a ring on one eventually.
Fair enough. And like back home, I know you were like kind of in that loop of just working, going home, and that's it.
Literally.
Like what sparked the change to take the risk to join Living Unchained, and then taking an even bigger risk of coming all the way across the world out here to Bangkok, Thailand?
I would say it was just the pain of being stuck and the desire to actually travel the world. If you could literally just think about it, like if you can make money remotely, the world is your oyster. No one's even really talking about it unless you do your own research, but remote work is literally a cheat code, literally.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And in terms of Living Unchained, actually joining and learning from me, like what was the biggest thing that you would say helped you the most in terms of getting to where you are now?
As far as joining Living Unchained, I'd say probably the one-on-one access to you.
Yeah. Cool. And with the offer you're on now, like what are you currently doing? Like what's your routine like day to day? Kind of walk us through that.
Yeah, so pretty much on the offer I'm on now is kind of a unique situation. So came across the offer, noticed there were some holes that needed to be patched, for lack of a better term. patched those holes, and I secured myself as a DM closer slash setter. Provided a lot of value to the business, and of course, that comes with rewards. So as far as my work schedule, it's pretty much 24/7, but within the 24/7 period, maybe like 10 to 20 hours a week at most, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I gotcha. So what are you doing for like actual work? Because you're a DM closer, so you're just like texting messages on the go, that's it?
Pretty much. I mean, I'm not gonna spill the whole sauce, but yeah, I just kind of used my brain a little bit, got creative, and I found a method that actually works for the offer and increases conversions among responses, and actually being able to walk them through a script, get them to respond, and even land a few closes.
And what are you making right now, would you say?
So in the last 30 days on the offer, probably took home about 4K.
4K.
Yeah.
4K. And how long would you say it took you from like joining Living Unchained to getting to that 4,000 a month mark?
Yeah. So if we take a few steps back here, I had my call with Ryan like end of December. Initially just joined the group, kind of just wanted to expose myself to the remote work. Again, I already kind of had a background in sales, a little bit of a passion for it. So I figured it was a good move. And yeah, just got started with the content. And then Ryan hit me up, said, yo, you should come to the mastermind. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. I even told my friend about it. We both booked flights out here with the ambition of landing a remote sales role with the help of Ryan. And yeah, from the rest is history. I mean, now I'm pretty much at a point where I could just sustain my life here in Bangkok and scale.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah.
And what's your next goal? Because I know you're at like 4K a month now. Is it 10K, 20K, 5K? What's that next step for you?
So that's a really great question, because out here in Bangkok, it's really easy to get comfortable with 4K a month. I could literally just be making 4K a month for the rest of my life and have enough to live like a king, have enough to invest and do whatever I want. But of course, I'm not going to stop at 4K a month.
Yeah.
But my point is that Bangkok is literally heaven on earth. I'd say like at 3K a month, it's heaven on earth.
So you're really making 9K because it's 3 times cheaper than the US. So you're like already balling, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. It's actually, it feels like a dream. Literally, it feels like a dream. Super grateful. Honestly, the risk paid off. But you know the saying, if there's no risk, there's no reward. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So something had to change.
Yeah, 100%. And coming out here for Thailand for this first time, I know it was absolutely insane for me, but how did it feel for you just coming here and just seeing the grand scheme of like the majority and how big Bangkok really was in person?
Yeah, so that was a pretty crazy one. So I remember flying here my first day, like my first day landing in Bangkok. I remember after my first day, I walked around the streets, going and grabs, tuk-tuks and all that, and just laying in my Airbnb that night and hearing my ears ringing from all the noise that actually occurs in Bangkok. And I'd say being from a small town in Florida where there's not much noise, coming out to a busy, bustling city where there's so much chaos and so much like happening at once, it was definitely overwhelming for me.
Yeah.
But I'd say in like the past 3 months I've been here, honestly, like without a doubt, like I literally love Bangkok. Like it feels like home now. Yeah,
it's like GTA 5 in real life. That's like the best way I can explain it.
Yeah, pretty much. And even I was in the Philippines for 10 days before this in Cebu. And I was just thinking like, I miss Bangkok. Like I really miss Bangkok. Couldn't wait to get to my flight back and actually get back to the grind. And yeah, so we actually have a mastermind coming up. So that's gonna be good as well.
Yeah, and the thing about like Thailand is like most people look at Koh Samui as like the most insane place, which it is. It's beautiful, amazing, magical. But Bangkok, like no one really sees it, but you can only feel it when you first come out here. Like you finally get that taste of what it's like, and then there's no going back. Especially for myself, I'd say this is my home base, but what about you? Do you think Bangkok is like your long-term home base, or is this something like you're gonna stay here for the next 2 to 5 years and then grow from there? Or like what are your kind of plans?
It's hard to say, but as of the short term, I would say Bangkok definitely has me now, with the occasional trips to Koh Samui, the occasional trips to Malaysia, Vietnam. Got a little taste of the Philippines, wasn't the biggest fan.
Yeah, it's pretty boring, especially Cebu City. We both went there.
Yeah, definitely did not live up to the expectations, but honestly I'm glad I went because it made me appreciate Bangkok even more. And yeah, been pretty awesome.
Cool. And with Living Unchained, like what made you even join in the first place? Because I know there's a lot of people on YouTube. I know I'm not the only one out there. Like what stood out to you about me that even separated me from all these other YouTubers?
Yeah. I'd say the main selling point that actually drew me to Ryan was, I'm good, appreciate it. The main thing was his transparency and the fact that he was living the remote life in Southeast Asia, specifically Thailand, which has literally been on my radar forever. I mean, I'm a big investor myself, and of course my previous goals were just wait it out, keep working the 9 to 5, and just wait for my investments to play out. But I said, screw that, I'm not waiting. I said, I'm just gonna master remote sales, land a role, and just live life on my terms while still having my investments and the ability to invest. So literally the world is my oyster at this point.
Yeah, I was the exact same frame of mindset when I came out here because I had $1,500 to my name, no income, and the exact same thing. Like you might as well start living your life how you want, and then let reality catch up. Figure out a way to maintain and sustain that reality by finding a way to make money. For both of us, remote sales seemed to work out pretty good. So I mean, that's what I'm telling you guys and what Ram and I both did for ourselves. We decided for ourselves, like just waiting around for someone to come save us, that's never gonna happen. We gotta save ourselves, take the massive risk of coming out here, taking relentless action each and every single day, and then reality will just catch up and you'll be able to create the dream life that maybe you've wanted for a long time, because no one's gonna come save you. No one's gonna come knock on your door today, tomorrow, next year, 10 years. You gotta save yourself. You gotta take that leap, make that investment in yourself, whether that be joining Living Unchained, going out to Thailand, just furthering your education to acquire new knowledge that's able to acquire you new skill sets that's able to provide yourself the right inputs to get the right output, which is the life that you want. So maybe Ram, in terms of someone's watching this right now, maybe they're still like scared of taking risks in life, because I know I have a lot of friends back home. They're not taking any risks. They're in the 9 to 5 and university, not living life at any terms on like how they want to live. Like what would you say to them?
I mean, it's a tough one because people really don't know what's beyond their comfort zone. Some people are meant to be in their comfort zone. I mean, someone has to serve you the burgers or do your taxes, right? So this is not for everyone, if I'm being honest. But if you have the true desire and will to actually live life on your terms, then yeah, just book the flight. And going back to your point about reality catching up, it's actually like a very beautiful thing. Once you position yourself in a survival situation, your subconscious is forced to actually create that environment for you, right? If you put yourself in a survival situation in the forest with no food, you have no other choice but to hunt and catch food, or else you die. So it's actually a very primal sensation that occurs once you put yourself in that position, and success is literally the only option.
Yeah, it's like what is that? Hernan Cortez in 1848, when he crossed the river to conquer whatever it was. He burned the boat, so there's no way to go back.
Yeah,
and they had to win, or else they died. It's the exact same thing with what we did, because you had no income coming out here, right? As well, right?
Nah.
Yeah, we both had no income, just savings. Came out here and we just made it work because we had to. Most people, they try to make it with day trading, remote sales, whatever it is, back home where they're comfortable, and they don't have that primal instinct come out to give them the work ethic that they need in order to succeed. So what I'd highly recommend, if you do want to get into remote sales, whatever it is in life that you want to achieve, make no other option for failure, and that you have to do it no matter what.
100%.
But I mean, with the network out here as well, like what would you say the pros and cons are of like comparing here to where you're from back home?
So from where I'm from back home, I'd say my only network was just like the buddies I had from work. Maybe grab drinks every weekend. Very surface level stuff. Didn't really have much of a network. I did have a buddy that I grew up with. We both kind of had like an entrepreneurial mindset, but besides that, pretty much no network available. Maybe in Tampa or St. Pete, but even then, I mean, they're just guys working a 9 to 5 back then. So there's not much like networking to be done as far as like my goals.
Yeah.
But out here, it's literally a basket full of digital nomads, especially Bangkok, to where there's so many opportunities that arise. I mean, beyond remote sales, there's so much work that can be done here. So many content creators that need a photographer, someone to actually shoot their content, someone to edit their content, someone to set appointments on their offer, someone to close on their offer. Literally, if you have access to that, there's an unlimited basket of opportunities beyond remote sales. So
yeah, like we were just at the snus store buying some more of these snusses, and I got a call from one of my friends in the High Table, which is a network that I'm running out here in Bangkok, Thailand, and he was asking me to connect him with this other guy who can help him with his business. And not just the power of network. You don't really have that with a lot of 9 to 5ers. They don't have that type of network. And as well as like with taking risk in life, coming out here and going after what you truly want in life, there's really no risk if you look at it, because if you do come out here and let's just say you fall flat on your face and fail completely, you can always just go back to the 9 to 5, back to your parents. It's not that big of a risk. Going broke, it's not that bad. I've gone broke like 4 or 5 times. As long as your heart is beating, your brain is thinking, you can come out of any situation as long as you believe in yourself.
yeah, actually speaking of that, Ryan, check this out for my offer. I might have to cut the video. I could take the call now.
I gotta take the call.
She's booked for tomorrow.
All right, bet.
So if you just want to close her,
Yeah.
and just run it up.
All right, bet. Well, guys, we have some deals to close. Ron, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys at the mastermind, actually.
Yeah.
On the way to the mastermind. So
Yeah.
have a good night,
Cheers,
day,
guys.
whatever
Peace.
time it is for you.